What is up, everyone? This is Firenacho here, bringing you another commentary. This will be a game on Belshir Vestige, once again, on the Korean servers, continuing with the Korean Madness series. Now, this game is very interesting, and I'm really excited for it, so that's the reason why we will be going at faster speed instead of ×2. Now, at the bottom right, we have Korean player. I have no clue how to pronounce that or what it means, so let's go on. Top left, we have myself as the Terran player. Now, this is a very interesting game for many reasons, and we'll go ahead and start that right now. There's a lot of very slick and smooth play that I'm really excited to show. This is essentially how you want to play. Obviously, there's a few mistakes here and there because we are not top league players. Now, the difference here is that this guy is silver. We have encountered a silver player on the Korean servers. And the difference is pretty noticeable. This guy actually puts up a fight, and, well, let's not spoil it. But he puts up a spite. Spite. He's also spiteful. I could say I'm spiteful. Either way, he puts up a good fight. So we started off very slow. Usual setting this supply depot. I'm sure his pylon's going down about... Apparently he supply blocked himself. Okay, he's doing that. Very bold move by his part. He knows I play random, he doesn't know what race I am. So he's putting his pylon here instead of walling off, or doing, you know, your little wall-in. Zealot blocking that to protect against all-ins. I am not a all-in player, and neither am I playing as Zerg, so very risky move by his part if I had been Zerg. No, that's not coming, so. Lucky guess. There's my little supply depot. Look how happy it is. Let's zoom in on that. Best buddies. And my barracks will go down shortly. Now for Terran versus Protoss, I tend to go mech. This game I went bio for some reason, very heavy on bio, with, you know, occasional tanks, not enough Vikings for my taste. I could have used more. And it's a different style of play. Let's just watch. Protoss here getting his gateway gas. He doesn't look like he's getting his second gas anytime soon, so I'm not going to assume any mech once I scout. You can see, taking the one pathway to the one base, because there are no multiple spawning points, which is always a nice thing. Sometimes, if you want to be sneaky, if you want to cheese. If you want to cheese, these maps are perfect, because you know where your opponent's going to be. If you want to be a bit more macro, more open, more random spot, maps are best for that. You can see his second pylon's going down, my second supply depot is going down. Nothing's crazy, nothing unusual. I do scout everything. I see the gateway, the pylon, the gas. That's about all of interest for now. His vision, however, 0. He has not scouted yet. Very interesting choice. Wonder if he's going to scout with the Zealot. It's unusual, but it happens. There are some reasons, some timings when you could scout with that Zealot. I do see the timing of the core. I still see no gas. And I see no scout on the map at all for his part. He's going to get there very late. I wonder if he'll be able to see anything at all. We do see, plural, the viewers and I, see both refineries going down. I do want my factory and starport, because I do like drops and I do like tanks and all that jazz. I feel it's a bit more reliable than pure bio to defend expos, especially on this map, as we had said previously. On game number 1, I believe. One tank here, one bunker here. That covers any early aggression. You see pylon going back there. This may be for cannons, this may be to hide tech. Who knows? My SCV has been there for quite a while. This poor Zealot can't catch up to that SCV. Unfortunately, very poor movement rallying by my part does get that SCV killed. This probe... I would like to draw your attention to this. Let's look at his vision right now. 0. Oh, what's that? A factory. Can he see it? No, you can't see it at all. Nothing. He sees that I do have my tech lab. He might assume that I'm going bio play, but he can't really know. So yeah, I can drop down. I have the freedom to dropping down all the tech I want. In this case, I get my second barracks, get my third. All very standard for a one one base at this moment. For worker count, let's see who's ahead. Right now he's 3 probes ahead. Now 2 probes ahead. Has 1 stalker, 2 stalkers, 1 zealot, and the mule. This isn't enough to worry me. I have my wall in. Those 2 stalkers can't do much. That zealot leading them can't do much as well. You can see my 1 marauder popping out. I choose the marauder because you can get that concussive shell. It usually scares the crap out of Protoss. As you can see, his 1 stalker is trying to get some vision. Can he see anything? No. So this is really nice placing on my part, where my barracks, my factory, they're all hidden. And my 2 gas. Can't see any of that. It does look like he's intimidated by this. He's not going to do any pushes with that zealot or stalker. I see he's taking them back to his base. That probe, however, could have put a proxy pylon. Proxy pylons are always nice. So he assumes I'm going to go for something crazy, some kind of push, which is accurate, by the way, so he gets his expansion. Now, one thing I'd like to note is that his expansion placement is noticeably much earlier than mine. I'm not too sure how this affects the later game, as I do seem to be in reasonably good shape. As you can see, one of these barracks has a reactor because I want to pump out Marines. I want to have a nice option to buff my army if the need be. For vision, at this point, I know he's probably going for an expand. I don't have to see it because I'm going to get it. I have seen what I needed to see, which is the 1 gate, 1 core, 1 gas at that early timing, which is kind of a good deduction. He sees nothing. However, he also suspects, in a rather good fashion, that since I have not pushed out, I have not placed the bunker, try to push out into this area, I'm not going for my expand as fast as he is. You can see my Infernal pre-igniter. I'm planning to do some Hellion play. Probably got inspired by that last game, where Hellions are fantastic and they hurt me so much. We'll see what happens. Pumping out some Marines. We see the supply count fairly even. Protoss is pulling ahead. He's getting his robo right now. There's not much going on. The push is now happening. That's kind of exciting. We'll see how that goes. As you can see, it's not the best push in history. It's nice that there is this back kind of area. It does let you circumvent all these stalkers, all these sentries, and all these zealots. But I am a total noob and just decided to face roll against them. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of saying hello, I guess. He does have a very nice 2 stalkers here to defend. That is very smooth, very crisp. That's the kind of play I'm talking about. It gets me really excited when players play like this. It's very smooth, you don't have losses, and you continue with your build. He's taking these watchtowers, very nice. I take this one, however, it's closer to my base. You can sense pushes. It's a more aggressive kind of Zelnaga to take. As you can see, I do micro my Hellions. They do get cleared out by those 2 stalkers. That made me really sad, considering I took out nothing. Absolutely nothing. They did 0. Their worth was nothing, which is sad. So I did lose 275 minerals there. And I do get my expansion now. Worker count. This is kind of interesting. So you see he has 32 SCV probes versus my 29 SCVs. Generally, someone with 1 base should be behind, especially with these chrono boosts. This Protoss player isn't chrono boosting at all. He'd be in a much better shape if he were pumping out those probes with chrono boost, which do speed up production of all units within buildings. So, ooh, what is that? This guy has some crazy lineup of observers. Very interesting play. He does get his 2 extra gateways for a total of 4 gates and 1 robo. As you can see, I'm not really adding any more construction or unit producing buildings. I am getting working for my command center. I am getting stim. Stim doesn't end up being that useful in this game, which is sad. This is a very nice Widow Mine placement on my part. Essentially, if the Protoss player decides to walk up this